WTPA, let's game.
G'day, you bloody larrikins. I'm sure most of us have been scrolling through our Steam games at the moment, trying to find something to play besides the endless grind of Call of Duty and new games that are disgusting! Yeah, let's not talk about that one. There's been a few old games popping up in the Steam store lately that have been catching my attention. Ones that I've never gotten around to playing, but I always wanted to. But there's a certain one I always thought about, but I never actually committed to buying it. But first we have to take a trip back to over a decade ago. The year was 2013, and it was the same year that two of the greatest games of all time come out. Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which I'm sure most of us played and wish that the game that shall not be named did justice to an online open world adaptation. Plus the biggest game of over a decade, Grand Theft Auto 5. Plus the introduction of GTA 5 Online that many people still play, including myself. Plus so many other titles like Battlefield 4, The Last of Us Part 1, BioShock Infinite, and Dota 2. So as most people, I'm sure, this game was overlooked for bigger titles that year. Honestly, what a crazy year for gaming. I didn't realise until writing this, but it was a pretty epic year, gotta say. But the game that I always used to brush past and I never really committed to was Rise, Son of Rome. After buying and installing the game and starting the campaign, I was amazed at how good the graphics are for a game that's over a decade old. It looks incredibly sharp and the animations are really done as well. They don't feel janky or glitchy at all. The cinematics are amazing, are really well done, and the story is really gripping as well. Something that you'd more expect from an Assassin's Creed game. The lead character that you play is Marius and is voiced by none other than John Hopkins. If you played any of the Hitman franchise, you'd probably recognise his voice as Lucas Grey, and also Erend in Horizon Forbidden West, and Elwyn Rosefield in the Final Fantasy franchise as well, which a lot of people commonly mistake his voice for Sean Bean. In Rise, Son of Rome, you play a centurion in the Roman army around the year around 65 AD, in the time of the Emperor Nero and the burning of Rome. The story starts with the murder of your family and the thirst for revenge and blood. And because of Nero's tyrannical rule, many provinces are in open revolt, including Britannia, where you are sent. Here you fight formidable forces of different clans of people and learn many things while you're there. And then once returning to Rome, you help save the city from invaders and from other Romans that want to see it burn. That's pretty much the main outline of the game, but I don't want to spoil too much just in case you haven't played it. The combat in the game feels really smooth. The executions or the finishing moves in this game are so brutal and very, very well done, with colour prompting from when to attack with a sword or a shield, or red when you're dodging incoming attacks. The leveling system is a little bit different than your usual RPG. There is the usual upgrading of attributes like health and attack, but you can also upgrade for better finishing moves or executions, which are super cool as well. So you're not doing the same 5 rotation of finishing moves throughout the whole game. After finishing the game, I have to say I really enjoyed the story. The gameplay as well felt so good, so natural, and I do suggest if you have around 8 to 10 hours for a great single player game to give it a try. I'd actually give it a 9 out of 10, which feels crazy for a game that came out over a decade ago. Until next time, stay safe, have a pint, and keep on fighting.
Like, comment, and subscribe for more epic WTPA moments.